Hello and welcome. In this short video, we're going to take a look at the use of divisions and subdivisions within BrightBooks. The first thing that we have to do is we need to turn it on within our business. To do this, we need to go to Settings, the little cogwheel icon in the top right-hand corner. And then what we need to do is on the left-hand side, underneath Accounts, we have Divisions. To enable this, we need to tick the box to use divisions. Please note, once you use divisions, you are not able to get rid of them and turn them off. So once they're on, they are on. You cannot undo this. Tick the box for use divisions, and then you need to give it a title, and then a short and long title, and then name your different divisions. In this scenario, we're going to use the basis that we are a company and we have different office locations. So for our short, we will go with LOC. For long, we will just say location. Divisions, this is where we are giving our different divisions that we will use. So again, we're saying that we have different locations. Let's use Ireland. So we will say our first one is within Dublin. Our next one is within Cork. If we need to add more, there is an add option. Click on add, and then we can start scrolling down and selecting our other divisions and inputting these in. Let's say Galway as well. You are able to tick the box against particular divisions for whichever is going to be the default. Again, you may not have a default division. Each and everything may go to a separate one, but you do need to select one. So once you're happy with that, click on Save. If it is the case that you need to use subdivisions, so again, let's say I have different locations as my divisions. I might have subdivisions where I might want to break down, say, let's say the different departments within the company. I might want to have an accounts department, a sales department, whatever it might be. I can click into subdivisions and then do the exact same thing by ticking the box and then entering in my short and long description and then the different subdivisions I may have. Divisions, again, are used for reporting purposes, for reporting on different parts of the business. Please note that this does not include running separate VAT returns for different parts of the business. It is simply for reports purposes. Once you are happy with your divisions and subdivisions, click on Save. Once that is enabled, you are also able, whenever you create a customer or supplier, you can select the particular division that they fall underneath. So if you go to your sales or your purchases and customers or suppliers, and if you open up a customer or supplier, you'll find it in the invoice settings tab. And if you scroll down, you have it now a new drop down, so I can select my division that they fall underneath by default. Same thing applies for your suppliers. If you go to purchases, suppliers, if you open up any particular supplier, and in the invoice settings tab, you'll find a new drop down. Once the divisions are enabled, whenever you add in any transaction, it simply adds on an extra drop down box. If I go into my invoices and credit notes, and I'll do a quick invoice, as you can see at the very end of the line, there's a new drop down box. So I can put in, we'll say, the date, the customer that it is, the amount, and then I get to select the different division at the end of the line. The same thing applies for credit notes. Click on quick credit note, and again, I have my drop down box. If you're using product transactions, if I click on new invoice, I'll add in my customer, I'll pop in the date, and then select my product. Now, this is slightly different. As you can see, there's nowhere to enter in my division. You can find this in the little drop down arrow, and then advanced, and then you have your division. If that's a bit too long-winded, you can change this screen to include the division on this line. To do that, you need to go to your settings, the little cogwheel icon along the top, And then down the bottom, underneath invoicing print templates, you have invoice column setup. And if I scroll down, there's an option for show division. Tick that box, make sure it's going to be next in line, and then save. There is a size limit of the screen, so I may need to adjust this. There we go. It cannot be greater than 885 pixels. So you may need to slightly modify the width of some of the other columns. So if I bring this down to 80, we'll bring the division down to 80 also. So there's a little bit of work to do on it, just to get it to fit. If you don't need some of the columns, you can of course untick some of them as well, and that will also work. But if I just make a couple of them smaller and then save, and now if I go back into my product invoice, even if I open it up here, you'll see I now have the division showing on the line. So you can do that as well, just so you can see that on your invoices and credit notes also. Again, on any of your receipts or payments, it'll also be showing there. If I do a quick receipt, again, there's my drop down box, similar enough for my payments. Where this really comes into play is when we go onto our reports. So if we go into our reports tab, and if we pick any report, let's say the formatted trial balance, we now have a drop down box for our division. If I click on run, if I leave it blank, it's going to run everything combined together. If I drop this down and I run it for a particular one, let's just say my Cork division, there we go, I only have one. If I select all, it will separate out the different nominal codes. So as you can see, I have my 001, 001.04, 002, and 002 again. How do I know which one is which? You can go to your advanced settings and you can include your division, whatever you've called it, you can include it on the report. Click on update, and now I can see which one it falls underneath. And that is the exact same for all the reports within the system. That is divisions from top to bottom within BrightBooks. If you do have any further queries on this, please feel free to reach out to our customer support team. We can help you in any way, shape, or form. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it was informative. Have a great day.